Alright, partners, we back. And we got the Datamines for the Summer Longing banner for Fire Emblem Heroes. So we have Hall of Forms info, we have the stats for the new units, we also have info on our new Grand Hero battle character, who is going to be male Shez. So let's jump right in, let's check it out. I have this tab open here. Of course, shoutouts to Mr. Gengar and Tsukasa as always for always holding it down with the Datamines. And if you want to support them, then definitely take a look at their Ko-Fi and send a donation to the homies. I have this tab open so we can see if Boons and Banes are ready yet, but it doesn't look like they are, so we'll just give that a little second. We'll come back and we'll take a look at Boons and Banes. But first and foremost, we have the Hall of Forms here. So our next round of Hall of Forms, we have Legendary Julia, we have Tinny, we have the Scion Lacche, and then we also have Scatcher over there. All right. So Legendary Julia, pretty good. Her remix was awesome. She's a really strong unit with that remix, and surprisingly, a lot better defensively than a lot of people might think. So I'm very satisfied with her. She's definitely a much better Legendary hero than Legendary Tiki was. But now that it seems like they're doing the Legendary heroes for Hall of Forms, there's going to start to be some really disgusting ones that we're going to get down the line. So plan accordingly. Make sure you're aware that Hall of Forms just goes in order of which title of games are released. So for this one, we have Genealogy. The next one will probably be Fire Emblem 5, and probably Legendary Leaf would be the next Legendary hero in Hall of Forms, I would imagine. So if you're planning to go for a specific Legendary hero, you may want to just hang on to your Form of Soul until you know which round they're going to be showing up in. So just keep that in mind. Legendary Julia, like we said, pretty good. Tinny's not too bad, but she got undervalued a little bit. She was able to nullify DR before, which was pretty rare for mages to do. But now that Special Spiral 4 is a thing, not really looking all too great for Tinny anymore, unfortunately. This Scion Lacche, unfortunately, was never all that great, to be honest. She's just a worse version of the Cavalry Bunny Carla and Freya that we got now, so I would just much rather use them. And then finally, we have Scatcher here, who is a 3-star demote, but it's not a particularly great one, so RIP. Okay, next up we have these this customization support pack. So for $8.99, basically $9 US, you're getting 22 orbs and you're getting a combat manual of the Halloween male Grima there. So this guy's fodder, he comes with, what does he have? Attack and res near save, I believe. And then I think he has sturdy stance 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what he had. He might have slick fighter as well, but I can't remember. I'm not too sure what his B skill was, but I know for sure he does have attack and res near save and probably sturdy stance as well. So I wouldn't say this is worth it, honestly. This guy is also available in the the combat manual shop, the one with the divine codes. So if you'd rather just get your copy of him in there, it's probably a better idea than spending actual money. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next set of things here, the units. So this banner is actually pretty wild because I think all 3 of the 5-star exclusive units are phenomenal. They're all really good units. Reminds me of the one summer banner where it was 3 houses and randomly just a summer Micaiah thrown in there. So that banner, I remember very vividly, every unit on that banner was really good. And it seems like this is the case as well here, with one unfortunate exception. So let's start things off with female Shez, of course. Her artwork is amazing. I couldn't have asked for better artwork for a bikini Shez. There she is surfing, hanging 10 on this glass-looking surfboard. Really cool concept there for her surfboard, I would say. All right, then we have the attack animation there. I really love the spiraling water shape there. Pretty good touch. And then finally, we got the injured art here for bikini Shez. So her stat line, we have 40 HP. We got 46 attack, 45 speed, 30 defense, and 18 res. That gives her a 179 BST overall. And keep in mind, she's getting +5 raw speed from her weapon. So 45 base speed is more like 50 base speed when it comes to her. So you got to keep that in mind. Although one downside is that her weapon only has 11 might. So it's kind of like a trade-off there where her weapon is trading 5 points of might for 5 points of speed instead, which could be better depending on how situations go. Unfortunately, this Shez does not have any sort of damage reduction or protection or anything like that. So her being able to hit the full 4 times in a row without getting some kind of other like defensive effects onto her from somewhere, maybe you would get dodge from support or like resonance shields from Asker or something like that to give her a little bit of protection. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hit the enemies 4 times, but in that same regard, she is a brave attacker. She gets 20% true damage based on speed, and she also has Swift Slice, so she is effective against every weapon type in the game, with a very few rare selection of units that are not effective. So that would be units like Garen or Sothis, where they nullify effective against dragons, and they also happen to be dragons. So there's only like 2 or 3 units that she cannot be effective against, which doesn't really matter because she's going to kill whatever anyway. Very, very strong unit, and I am going to be summoning to try and get her and also this guy right here. So we have the Summer Ephraim up next with his Finding Nemo shell axe right there. All right, here is the attacking artwork. And we have the special attack artwork. There's Nemo right there. Really awesome special attack art, by the way. This banner has some really good special attack art. And then finally, the injured art for Ephraim. So his stat line, we have 41 HP. We have 47 attack. We have 16 speed, 44 defense, and then 31 res. So much better defensively in both sides of the spectrum than Shez was. This guy has a brave attack on his weapon, but what's interesting about him is that he actually gives the enemies vantage. So they're able to counterattack him they're able to counterattack him when he initiates before he lands his first 2 attacks. So what you would want to do with this guy is just give him the Hardy Bearing Seal. So you can turn off any changes in attack priority, and you're just going to be able to brave attack the enemies, hit them twice in a row, and most likely finish them off. This guy is going to hit like a truck. If I had to compare him to any units in the game, I would say he's like a combination of Brave Seliph and also the Summer Dimitri. So just try to wrap your head around that. A 4-range Brave attacking cavalry unit. He's got Canto because he has Alarm, Attack, Defense in the C skill. He has a new B skill, which is pretty similar to Erica's, or Brave Erica's B skill. I think she had, what was it, Lunar Brace? This guy has Solar Brace, basically, or like an upgraded version of it. So a very potent unit, and he is the second target that I'm going to be looking for on this banner. Okay, next up we have the Duo Hero, a very long-awaited duo, I would say. Probably my favorite pairing from Three Houses, these two together. Very awesome stuff. Very good artwork as well. So there's the attacking art. There is the special attack art. And finally, we have the injured artwork there. Catherine showing off some abs there. Definitely love to see that. Okay, so Shamir and Catherine, their stat line, they have 40 HP. We have 43 attack, 46 speed, 25 defense, and 20 res. And they have an overall BST of 174, which is a moot point because they are a duo hero. So their BST is just going to increase regardless up to whatever their BST cap raise is on their duo skill. I think right now it's around like 200, but if they want to usher in power creep, it'll be like 205 or whatever. So there they are. They are a bow cavalry type unit. Their duo skill inflicts gravity on cardinal direction foes, and then they also inflict feud on foes within 5 columns and 5 rows centered on them. So just a big, massive middle finger to freaking Fallen Maria. It really seems like they regret releasing that unit, because every single chance we get, we're getting ways to deal with her more and more. So there we go with that. And what else is there to say about this unit? They're just like a massive damage dealer. They're going to hit really freaking hard. They have this effect where they can turn enemy bonus effects and penalty effects into a defensive reduction. So let's say the enemies have, I don't know, Resonant Blades and Resonant Shields active from Asker, and then let's say Terrain Pass from Summer Lindy, and also, or not Summer Lindy, the Caden Lindy, and also Null Follow-Up from that same Lindy. That would be 4 status effects on an ally, right? And then their weapon effect would just turn that into defense minus 16. which is pretty freaking wild. And then you couple all the other things that they're doing. They have some DR, so they're going to be able to attack the opponent, most likely survive, and then attack again. So I think this is a pretty strong unit. It's just that I'm more impressed by the melee units on this batch, I would have to say. So I'm probably going to focus more towards Shez and Ephraim, and I'll try to get them. I think they're really good for fodder as well, because they have Brash Assault 4. And I gotta admit, Brash Assault 4 seems like it might be one of the best, like, universal B skills that you can give to a rearmed hero. Brash Assault has no inheritance limits at all, so you can give it to any unit and then pass it around like free butter. So the plan would be to get a copy of them and then just kill them off for Brash Assault 4, give that to whatever rearmed hero, and then pass that around to everybody else. So very good unit for fodder or usability if you want. Okay, next up we have the demote here. So Summer Larichel, R.I.P. Larichel. I would have loved if they made her really good as well, but unfortunately she just seems like another run-of-the-mill demote hero here. Very nice parasol though. All right, there is the special art. Wow, really detailed water there. You could actually, it almost looks like real water. Look at how good that looks there. So pretty good art for Larichel. Okay, they had to give us a butt shot on Cutie Pie Larichel. Come on, Larichel is a holy woman. She is above fan service like this. All right, regardless, her stat line, we got 37 HP. We got 46 attack. Pretty good for a staff type. We have 44 speed, 16 defense, and then 30 res. So Larichel's BST overall is 173. What is there to really say? I guess her weapon, it's an inheritable weapon, so it's like, it's not the worst. It does minus 16 res on the enemies with the same condition as Shamir's. It just calculates how many bonuses, active bonus effects the enemies have, and then it's going to turn those into res debuffs. So you could get a lot of mileage out of it in terms of damage, but is that really what staff units are looking for at the moment? I feel like staff units are probably looking for something a little bit more concrete. You're not always going to be able to guarantee the enemies have active bonuses, although it's very likely considering where the meta is right now and how a lot of units just start to turn off by getting a ton of effects. So it could be good or bad. I'm not really too sure where I want to call that staff, but it's probably on the better end of the spectrum as far as inheritable staffs go. Now, is this Larichel going to be a good merge project? I would have to say no, probably. Doesn't really look like she excels anywhere. She's pretty strong, honestly, for a staff, and her speed is okay. But that's really about it. She doesn't separate herself in any significant way. BST is way too low for a plus 10 if we're talking about that. So really, there's good staff skills you could give her for sure. She is a flyer as well, so you could give her Guidance 4, I guess. Give her like Dazzling Staff or Wrathful Staff 4. Give her one of those new specials from either Duo Elise or Ascended Alincia, and you could probably build her up to look pretty good, but not quite as impressive as some of the other seasonal demotes we've been getting lately. And finally, okay, so we have our demote here. This is going to be the Tempest Trial prize. This is male Shez, and he's actually pretty goddamn awesome. A really good choice here. So there's the neutral artwork. We got the special or regular attacking artwork there. I love that he has a surfboard kind of similar to the one that female Shez had. And then we got the special art. Again, really awesome color with the waves there. Really good looking water. And then finally, the injured artwork. His glass surfboard is being broken in half. I guess that's what happens when you use a glass surfboard instead of whatever they make them out of. Okay, so male Shez, we got 41 HP, 44 attack, 44 speed, 31 defense, and then 23 res. Now, you look at 44 speed. It's a little bit different with this guy because he has the +5 weapon that Shez does. In fact, his weapon is the exact same weapon as the Shez from the banner. So, looking pretty good for a Tempest Trial unit. I would say this is like one of the strongest Brave attack weapons we have in the game right now, where you're just getting a raw speed up 5, and then you're also getting true damage based on speed. So, surprisingly, Homeboy is actually a really solid unit. Then he's also got a 183 BST. Unfortunately, that's a little bit too low. you wouldn't be able to run him in arena mode or etc. But that kind of is a moot point considering how solid his kit is as far as his weapon is concerned and how much mileage you'll be able to get out of him for combat. So this is his weapon right here. We can go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. So Surfer's Spade, 11 might, 1 range, enables cancel rem +1. Actually, did Shez have this as well? The female Shez, did she have cancel rem? I can't remember. But regardless, speed up 5, he gets the brave attack, and then 20% true damage based on speed. Pretty good weapon for a flying melee type unit. There's a lot of things you can do. You can give him charge as well, let him move 3 spaces, or if you want to have guidance 4 on him, just have him do that. Or have the legendary Hinoka to give him charge. That would be another way you could do it. And just have him fly in, let him brave attack, and then maybe give him Gale Force or whatever you want. And he can really wreak havoc on the enemies. So pretty good. All right, the rest of his kit includes Luna. We got attack and speed solo 3. Finally, they decided to give us the juice on one of these demote characters for once. And it wouldn't be complete without a chill skill, right? So chill skill on the demote character, but it's all made up for with attack and speed solo 3. This is good enough to run by itself, by the way. You don't even need the level 4 version because it's only 1 extra point. So free-to-play can actually rejoice with this. And finally, we have our Tempest Trial Sacred Seals for this batch. So complete booty, unfortunately. We went back to odd skills, odd wave skills. I don't know why. These are just complete garbo. But odd attack wave and chill attack and res. Even the split chills I'll take over odd attack waves. So that sucks. But I guess it is what it is. They're going to get through all the wave skills eventually, so there we go. I would have preferred another form skill or like attack and speed ideal 3 or something like that. Okay, let's go ahead and double back. Let's see if we have the Boons and Banes posted over here. And then we can go ahead and quickly wrap up. Alright, doesn't look like anyone has Boons and Banes yet. Man, I really got to learn how to calculate them myself because there is a way. There's like a formula you can do if you have the level 1 stats to figure it out, but I never learned how to do it, and now I don't know what the formula is anymore. So that's unfortunate there. Oh, we could take a look at this as well. This just popped up while we were talking about everything else. So this is the Inheritance Restrictions 5-star for attack speed solo 3. Would have been better at 4-star, obviously, but we'll take it anyway. All right, Blade Session 3 at 5-star. Maybe we'll get Blade Session 4 out of nowhere, and then this will be pretty good fodder. But, yeah, the Larachel didn't even impress me that much in terms of fodder either. We got Wrathful Staff at 4-star, but Wrathful Staff I feel like is easy enough to get. So I'm not too impressed by Larachel's fodder. And then, of course, Brash Assault 4, no restrictions whatsoever. Everyone can get it, which is exactly what I said earlier. And then Lull's Speed and Defense 4, we have the same restrictions as any Lull skill. Non-armor and non-flyer units only, and pretty much doesn't matter what weapon type you've got. And then Ephraim's, what is this, Alarm? Yeah, I believe this is Alarm Attack Defense. Basically, it's just melee calves only. So we saw that already with Nerthuz. She had the same restrictions on Alarm Attack and Speed. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this one, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. And of course, like I said, I will be summoning on the banner. I'm not sure exactly how many orbs I'm going to be spending just yet, but we'll see. So that's all for tonight, at least for until 2 more hours when we get the banner, and then I'll do some summons. So take care until then, guys. Good luck if you're going to be summoning, and I will catch you guys again on the flip side.